welcome to GemChem. Now today's video is on covalent bonding part 4 video, and here we are going to deal with Benz rule and also apicophilicity. Here we will also deal with applications of Benz rule. Now before starting, already 3 videos are uploaded in channel on covalent bonding. You can watch it. I will give the link in the description box as well as the I button present above this video. And if you are new to GemChem, do not forget to subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon for regular updates. Now let us start. Now what do we mean by Benz rule? Benz rule states that more electronegative substituents prefer to bind to hybrid orbitals of central atom having lesser s character. That is, if you are taking an electronegative substance with respect to the central atom, then this electronegative substituents will prefer to bind to such an hybrid orbital with less s character, and more electropositive substituents will prefer to bind to the hybrid orbital of central atom having lesser s character. Now, if we focus into the hybridization as we have seen in the previous video, sp3 hybridized orbital has the least s character and the sp hybridized orbital has the most s character, right? So, electropositive substituents will try to bind to this one and electronegative will try to bind with this one, and in between lies sp2. Okay, now we will focus into the particular example of trigonal bipyramidal PF5, PCl5 and SF4, just in order to focus the electronegativity and the Benz rule. Now if you see, for a trigonal bipyramidal structure, we have s orbital, px orbital, py orbital, pz and dz square, right? Now, we know from our previous knowledge of covalent bonding part 3 video that in TBP structure, the central atom is sp3 dehybridized, right? And it may be thought that it is actually made up of sp2 hybridization and here p dehybridization. And if you see here, greater s character is present in sp2 hybridized orbital than present in pd orbital. Now if greater s character is being present in this case, then more the s character, less will be the bond distance. So remember this, less will be bond distance. So this particular hybridized orbitals are present in equatorial plane of this trigonal bipyramidal structure, and this is the 3 atoms present in the equatorial plane of the trigonal bipyramidal structure, and these are our axial bonds present up and down, and this is our central atom, right? So from here we can conclude that these bonds are shorter, whereas the upper bond and the down bond is longer. So usually we are having the corresponding lengths of PF equatorial usually shorter than the axial ones in TBP. So this was the example of TBP using the Benz rule, because the electronegative atoms prefers to bind to the more s character part. And from here we get the concept of apicophilicity, that is the tendency of more electronegative substituents to occupy the axial sites in a trigonal bipyramidal structure is known as apicophilicity. As we have seen that this axial portion is basically consisting of p dehybridized orbital and it has less, or we can say no s character. So less s character means that electronegative substituent will prefer to bind to it. So this is indirectly explained by the Benz rule, since hybrid orbitals of central atom directed towards the axial sides are of lesser s character, right? Now we will see the applications of Benz rule. Now this application will be taught in the form of questions. We are taking 9 questions. These are the questions, and for this video we will solve the first question. Next 2 videos will be coming from the application of Benz rule, and the other 8 questions will be dealt in parts of 4 questions each in each videos. Right. Now we will explain the first question, that is the radical CH3 is practically planar trigonal, whereas the radical CF3 is pyramidal. So we need an explanation. So before explaining, you have to understand the concept of hybridization. So first you have to check out the previous video, then come to this one. So for a carbon, if we take, then it has 2s2, 2p, 2. Right, this is the ground state. And these are the outer shell orbitals. Next, if we consider C star, that is there is an excitation of 1 electron, we are having 2s1, 2p3. And if we draw it more clearly, then this is our 2s and these are our 2p's. 1 electron here, 1 electron in each of these p orbitals. So these forms hydrogen sigma, here sigma bond hydrogen, and here sigma bond hydrogen, and we are left with this odd electron which is present in the radical. And these 3 forms sp2 hybridization. Right. So sp2 hybridization means that there is a s character, right? We should also know another formula for this particular cases. Here the bond angle, which is theta, is given by cos theta equals to fractional s character by fractional s character minus 1, or fractional p character minus 1 by fractional p character. So here s is fractional s character, p is fractional p character. This formula will help us to understand the angles present between the bonds. Now, if you consider CH3, here the central carbon is sp2 hybridized, right? And the odd electron is present in unhybridized p orbital. Now, if we just replace these hydrogens with the fluorine, then we know that fluorine is an electronegative substituent. And from the Benz rule, we know that the hybrid orbital of carbon directed towards the fluorine should be lesser in s character. But in this case, it has a s character. So in order to decrease this s character of hybrid orbitals, the corresponding bond angle which is present between these hydrogens are decreased. So when this corresponding bond angle is decreasing, in order to decrease this s character, ultimately it gives rise to sp3 hybridization, where the s character is less than sp2, and we get a pyramidal structure where the odd electron also occupies one of the orbitals of sp3 hybridization. Right. So this is the explanation. I have given the whole explanation. Try to write down the answer in your own language, because these questions are most important in case of covalent bonding. So this much for today. Hope this was helpful. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe and comment.